We're in. What?
We're in the mix.
Has something changed?
I don't know. Looks like a little brighter in here to me. I don't know what it looks like on screen, but new lighting in effect.
Okay, so yes, so we have a new lighting fixture. I can explain all the parts if you don't mind.
Go for it, man. For our audio only listeners,
this is a
it
great
looks
time.
different.
Yeah, this is a great time to come to the YouTube channel. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos about like video podcasting and how to improve your setup. There's this one channel, there's a couple channels. One is kind of this douchey group of guys called the Minimalists, and they've got the most amazing lighting setup. And a portion of it is a top-down lighting. Like anything Peter McKinnon does, if you know him on YouTube, he's like the Canadian Casey Neistat. Like he does a lot of light dome, top-down lighting. And so I was like, well, how can we get a better lighting setup? Because in this room, if you don't know, we've got a fan with a top-down light that looks horrible. We don't use that. We have a lamp across the room from me and a lamp behind Sean and I, which you've definitely seen because it fucking blows out the image. And so I was like, well, I don't want to put up lights that like you can trip over stands. You know what I mean? Like having like we move around enough to where like we're almost tripping over cords anyway. Like I have them routed under the carpet. But I was like, how can we do it so that it's like potentially hanging from the ceiling? And so I saw a video by a YouTube channel called Indie Mogul like 2 years ago when they were doing a like faux podcast setup. And they talked about this thing called a light pole, or there's other names for it, but Manfrotto makes one. Manfrotto's like top of the line camera gear, like it's super expensive. But luckily this light pole wasn't crazy expensive. It's essentially like a metal pipe that has rubber on the ends. And
it's like one of those mountable shower rods.
Yeah, it's like a heavy duty shower curtain rod.
They got them for like curtains and stuff too, tension rods.
Yep. And so I got one of those. I got a clamp for the light, and I bought a Godox SL150 Mark II, which is a 150 watt light.
It's bright as shit though.
It's bright dope.
Yeah.
And I got a Aperture Light Dome Mini Mark II. And that's the lighting setup. It's just one big dome light. It's probably going to get hot in here. You might see us sweat. That's okay. You're definitely going to see it now because of the top-down lighting.
Be talking about some hot topics.
Talking about hot topics. But hopefully in the next video as well, you'll actually see better cameras. So right now we're obviously using our phones. And if the cameras don't look as good as the phones or it doesn't work, we'll go back to the phone cameras, but we're going to try both.
Mason has nice cameras. We just can't set them up yet.
I have tripods that we could use, but the thing about it is like when you set up a bunch of tripods, you have to tear them down. You have to like, hopefully you don't trip over them. And so for weeks, if not months, I've been trying to think of a solution to mount them to the table. And just as of the last 3 or 4 days, I finally found something that is essentially a C-clamp that has a tripod stand on the top. So we're waiting on those. They were supposed to get delivered yesterday, but they didn't. And that's been a really big issue for me because I'm upset about it. But
it's all good, man. We'll get them next time.
It's okay. We hopefully next time you see us, we'll have some good cameras.
Bruh.